everybody. Today we're going to be talking about something that we've already reviewed in class, which is kind of the relationship between different branches of Congress and the presidency and the public, and how they interact and how they affect each other. So we're going to start by just discussing that relationship. We know that the president can communicate to Congress, and we know that the president can communicate to the public, and there are different ways that happens, right? When the president communicates to Congress, it's through specific agendas, through specific professional interactions. The president negotiates with or communicates to the public often through the media or press. So we're going to write that up here. And the way that the press communicates what the president wants influences how the people see the president. And we call that idea public approval. So the approval rating that the public has about the president is determined by how they see the president. So that's an important relationship to notice. So often, the president will try to manipulate or influence the way that the public sees him by overpassing Congress, by not interacting with Congress, but by interacting directly with the public. This way, the president can import or express his agenda to the public with less complications. It doesn't necessarily always work or work very well at all, but it is an effort that the president can make to influence that. So we're going to talk about how the president can do that. And that's through a concept known as the bully pulpit. So right here I have a pulpit or a podium. That's where the president would stand. And this term was originated in the early 20th century, over 100 years ago. And it basically refers to the president's ability to successfully manipulate or successfully express his authority to the public. And there are a variety of ways that can happen, like I mentioned. So one of the ways that the president can influence the public is by managing a crisis. And a crisis is often something that was unexpected or that people have a difficult time getting through. So when a president can show the people that he is in charge when a crisis happens or is able to help the people when that happens, that's an increase in the public approval rating, usually. We've seen this after the attacks on 9/11, how President George W. Bush interacted with the public to show that he was able to manage a crisis. We also have the president's ability to express their leadership. So general leadership abilities are seen as positive in a president because the president is the leader of our nation. So when the president can express to people that he is in charge and knows what he's doing, that's an increase in public approval usually. Another one is that they're able to demonstrate or announce cabinet members or announce Supreme Court justices. Now, people don't usually have a say in this, but we've seen recently with the controversial appointment of Justice Kavanaugh that the president made the final decision and communicated to the public that he was not backing down on this decision. So when the president is able to announce successfully a cabinet appointment or a justice appointment, usually that is seen as a increase in public approval. Okay? A couple more. The president is also able to set agendas by from this position in the bully pulpit. So when the president communicates to the people, whether through TV or radio addresses in the State of the Union, which is publicized, again, by the media, the president is able to communicate what needs to happen through that year or what should be worked on in Congress. And when the people know what's being worked on, that's usually an increase in public approval. And finally, the president is able to announce foreign policy from the bully pulpit based on international reviews or international events. The president can decide what to do. And often when the president is able to successfully negotiate with another country, that is seen as an increase in public approval, or it is approved by the public. So those are the main areas that a president will use the bully pulpit for, which we discussed yesterday. But just keep in mind the complicated relationship that the president has with the public, and in turn, how the public can communicate to Congress what it wants to make law, and communicate to the president how they view that person. Thanks for watching.